Hey everybody, happy Friday. It's Mike here. I see a bunch of you guys in the comments already. Ren, how you doing? Chris, Davo. So happy Friday. Good to see you guys in the chat. Nice and early. Today we're gonna go over a bunch of fish that I think are looking good, some fish that are on sale. And also we are gonna have the contest at the end of today's live stream. So make sure you stick to the end and we'll do our luck two giveaways. So it's one for Facebook and one for YouTube. So make sure you stick to the end there. Dr. Q, how you doing? Hello, Lynx. How's it going? So it's really good to see everybody today. We got a lot going on the farm. The weather is changing. We're getting breeding season is ramping up, which is great. We're getting fish in the ponds. Sales have been really good, so that's been great. And I see a lot of familiar names in the live videos here of people who've ordered from us and people emailing us. Sorry about that, guys. It looks like my gimbal just decided to go out. Let me see if I can get that to go back. So that was really random. The gimbal is having a day. So if that's the case, guys, we might have a really wobbly day, which I hope is not the case. Daryl, good afternoon from Texas. Hello, Shirley. Thanks for joining. Tanks and Tubs. Hey, Fish Fam. Hello, Tanks and Tubs. Thank you for joining. So, guys, we are gonna go start off by looking at some fish that I kind of just want to highlight and just kind of bring attention to them because they've been here and they are just really nice fish, and I don't see a lot of people showing interest in them. So, we're gonna start off by heading over to some of the saltwater tanks and look at some of those fish. And once again, guys, the gimbal has died. So we are taking this off of the gimbal, which is unfortunate, but we are probably going to be a little bouncy today. Sorry. You're okay. So we are going to start off by looking at a pleco. So we're going to look at the L475s, which just happen to be over here. And let me get this out of the way. Okay, so sorry guys, this is a little crazy. The gimbal going out caught me off guard. So the L475 is a Hypancistris species. So they are a more of a meat eater. They do like higher protein in their diet, and they stay relatively small. I know some plecos get very large. These guys stay about 6 inches, and they've been very hardy. So I would definitely recommend looking into these. They're really cool. They're not as common as some of the other species. And you can see they're all kind of just in a ball trying to hide in under this piece of driftwood. See if we can get any closer shots of any of them. So there we go. Nick just placed another 6 fish order of haps and peacocks. So I'm going to post that up. So Nick, we really appreciate your order. Um, Let us know how it's doing and when you get it. So hopefully next week on the live stream, if you join, we can talk about how your order came in. So Ren, I'm gonna post this up, guys. So Ren has a good question. and I am not going to have an answer, but maybe some of you guys could help him. He wants to know if anyone has any recommendations on a cheap underwater video camera with 1080p and 300 FPS. So if anybody has any information on that, let him know. So guys, what do you think about these L475s? Now they are on soft water, so I would recommend keeping them on soft water. If you don't know what that is, basically we're using RO water and remineralizing it to keep it as natural, as closest to their natural environment as possible. You got to think these fish come from South America, where they don't encounter hard water like we do, like we have here in the U.S. So a lot of the times we have to use RO water to get our water to safe parameters for these fish. So guys, as Lynn said, don't forget to close your chat and hit that like button. We'd really appreciate that. Let us know how we're doing. All right. So I'm going to try to put this thing back on the gimbal because it's got me all out of balance here. So I'm sorry, guys. Just bear with me for 1 second. I usually don't have an issue with the gimbal, but for some reason today it just decided. So hopefully it's going to work for us from here on out. But if not, we'll give it one more chance, and if it doesn't, we'll go back. All right, so that was the L475s. I want to look at another fish. Now we've had these guys here for a long time. It's another soft water fish. So we're gonna walk over to their tank. And this is gonna be the 3-spot headstanders. And here they are right up here. Now these guys are really cool. You don't see them. That's it, guys. The gimbal's done. We're done with it. So these guys are really cool. You don't see them very often. What I like about them is they have these tiny little mouths. They're almost like giant pencil fish. And they're called headstanders. They're not usually swimming around like this. Usually when they're just relaxing, they will kind of be sitting with their head lower than their tail, like a typical headstander would, which is really cool to see. And they're good community fish, so they do well with other tetras. You could put them with epistos, maybe some rams, and just anything similar to that. All right, guys, and next I want to look at the zebra pikes. Now, these guys are awesome. I'm sure you guys have all seen our zebra pikes in our show tank. But before we go, look, we're going to look at the ones we have for sale, and then we're going to go look at the ones in our show tank. So over here, unfortunately, the tank doesn't have a light on it. And I do believe we may have showed them last week as well. But you can see them here. They're getting some natural light from behind us. But these are about 6 to 7 inch Zebrina pikes. Now these guys are really cool. They are highly predatory. They are going to eat anything that's small enough to fit into their mouths. So you're going to want to keep them with larger fish. You can see here would be a nice setup, or some similar fish you can keep with them. So here's one of them. This is a full size one here. in the back, and you can see we keeping them with some larger severums, some Geophagus sphenai in the back there. We have some larger whiptails, and ignore the glass. Today is cleaning day. And there they are right there. We got a nice pair of them. We got a male and a female. Now these aren't generally sexable, but we were just assuming it's a male and female. There is some differences in the size and fins. You can see size and belly, and then the fins. One has a little bit more color than the other, and basically we're assuming the fish, like the bigger fish, is the male, and the smaller, chunkier one is the female. So Kim asked a good question: would zebras be good tank mates with red Atabapos and a 240? So unlike most pike species, the zebrinas don't seem to be too territorial. So I would think that they're probably a little bit too timid to go with another species of um, pike cichlid. I would be worried about aggression. These guys aren't that aggressive. I mean, yeah, they're big. Yeah, they're going to eat fish that they can fit into their mouths, but overall, they haven't been aggressive as some of the other species that we've kept here in the past. So that's another one I wanted to highlight. Really cool. A lot of good color and actually not that aggressive. Another one I want to highlight is the L333 Garupa plecos. So we're going to come down here and now these guys are going to be hiding, but we're going to get our hand in the tank and we're going to show some of them. Now, what I really like about the L333s, specifically the Garupas that we breed, is I personally see a lot of variation in their pattern and color. To some, that might be, to some might not like it, but I really enjoy it. When they're spawning, you get more that are more defined black and white. Sometimes you get some that are more gray and white, or gray and black, I'm sorry. You could see back here. Now these guys are going to be on this weekly sale. So if you are at all interested in them, now would be a good time to look into purchasing them. And let's see. None hiding in here. We do have one hiding in here. See if we can get him. He's a larger one, and he swam away. But these guys have been super hardy. We've kept them on hard water. We recommend you keep them in soft water, but I have seen them do fine in soft water. I mean, in hard water. So your tap water should be okay for these guys, but I would recommend if you have soft water to use that. So really nice. Susan, that is a good question. So Susan asks, are L333s easy to spawn? And if you ask me, I would say yes. They're one of the easier Hypancistris species to breed. For as long as I've been here, about 8 years, um, we have the original breeders still, but we have new colonies of breeders as well, and they're prolific. Every week, basically every 1 to 2 weeks, we're having a spawn of the L333s. And he's running away. But yeah, these guys are really nice and they're easier to spawn. So Jack, that is a good question. Jack asked how many gallons are our show tanks. There are 600 gallons with a 125-gallon sump underneath. Another thing, guys, sorry for the spinning. Let's go look at some plants. Now, um, give me 1 second, guys. I hear some music. I gotta stop it. Okay, Google, stop. So our plants have been looking really good. It's hard to get them all into focus. but we've been trying to get some new plants in. But this week, we're getting some. We got some in that we haven't had in a while. So we got corkscrew vale. If you haven't seen our bucephalandra, I highly recommend it. Nice plant, nice slow growing plant, very hardy, very beginner friendly. This is the bucephalandra brownie ghost. Down here we have the bucephalandra green wavy. And then we have a new crypt coming in. We don't have them on the website yet. We're still working on a listing and pictures, but we have crypt tiger spiralis. So this is going to be a nice taller red plant. It's going to get some nice black stripes in it as it grows and matures. But right here is the crypt tiger spiralis, one of my favorite plants, and it is loves to eat nutrients at its roots. So if you are looking to purchase these, just make sure you have a nice substrate that can support the growth of these guys. All right, so then while we're looking at these plants, I want to go over our another sale item, which is going to be our low light plant combo pack. So this week we are going to have some of our low light combo plants as a combo packs as a sale item. So they're going to be 50% off, and you're going to get 3 plants that of our choosing. They're all going to be low light, and they're all going to be easier to grow. So things like the pennywort, the blue hygro, which we're pretty low on right now, but we will be getting a restock. Ludwigia repens, wisteria, so water wisteria. That's another really easy plant to grow. Um, our crypt green Wenty and our crypt Wenty red. Uh, we do grow this in house right now. We need to restock the tank, but not our jungle bell. This is our dwarf sag. You can get one of those in the combo, and then you could also get some java fern. And then finally, the last item you may be able to get in the combo, or one of the, it's not the last, but one of the items is dwarf jungle veil. So you could get jungle veil in one of these as well. Now you're gonna get the bare root, and you'll probably get 3 to 5 plants. So those are just some options. Yes, Jack, that is a good point. Now, Jack says you can put a note in the order and request a reduced shipping cost if it's only plants, and that is correct. But please, um, really quick, guys, this is a new plant for us too. It's looking really good. But if you are ordering fish, I mean, if you're ordering plants only, if it's really hot or if it's really cold, we are still going to recommend you order next day air. Sometimes these packages can take 3 to 4 days getting there on UPS ground. And for best success, I would still recommend next day air. I do know it's pricey though. So just keep that in mind if you are going to order plants and you want to do ground shipping, just consider your weather. Sometimes, if we see it's really bad, we might reach out and still suggest you go with next day air. If you say no, that's fine. But we do our due diligence and try to steer you guys in the right direction for best results for you and for us. So, guys, that's just some of the sale items this week and some of the fish I wanted to highlight. We are having a bigger week of sales. We are putting 10 items on sale this week. So, really quick, we're going to go set up in front of another interesting fish and I will read off all the sale items. So, let me just find one for you guys. Something that sticks out to me. These guys are cool. No, we're gonna find something really nice to look at while we sit here and talk about a few sale items. This row, the lights are off. So how about, here we go. One of my favorites. So I know I show these guys often, but I love these guys. These are the Callichromis melanostigma. You can see the yellow males. You got one, you got a couple pits dug in this tank where the males are trying to flirt with the females. And then we're gonna go look at some longfin green dragons. But so let me go over a couple more items that are gonna be on sale this week, so you guys can kind of get an idea before everyone else gets to know. So we have the White Lab Nakata Bays at 2 to 3 inches. We have the L333 Garupa Plecos at 1 to 2 inch. The male 3 to 4 inch blue flash haps. So that's pretty cool to see. Nice larger fish. They're going to be at 50% off. The 2 to 3 inch Katale Island, and then the low light combo pack that we went over earlier. You're going to get 3 plants of our choosing. And then the 3-spot headstanders I showed earlier. The brown Hopalo catfish, which is a nice, larger, peaceful type of catfish. Very Cory-like, but they can get large if you're unfamiliar with them. I recommend checking those out. They're really cool. The crystal red tetra. So that's a nice, bright red tetra. Not too nippy, and you're going to get a nice red coloration. And then we have the Epistogramma elizabethae and the 3-line pencilfish. It's going to be a 3-pack. So all those items are going to be 50% off this week. So starting today at 1 o'clock, you'll see the change on our website. So be sure to check that out. Now, guys, please note that these sale items are going to be available until next week at 1 o'clock. So you're going to have a week to make your purchases at that sale price. Let's see, what time do we have, guys? I need to check the time for our giveaway. So we're getting close to the giveaway. So if you're still here, wait a few more minutes. We are going to do the giveaway in about 5 more minutes. All right, so the long fin green dragons. Let's look at those. Let's see what we have in stock. So they're about 1 to 2 inch. And it looks like they just started to eat. And you can see these guys have really long fins. We got one on the sponge up here. Hard to see them. Not focusing in. Got some over here. So we don't have a lot in stock right now, but we do have some, and they're looking some good colors, really nice long fins on them. Let's see if I can get this closer guy. Fish Fam, I really appreciate it. Fish Fam says, show some love by liking this video and subscribe to stay in the loop. So I really appreciate that. So you guys have been commenting a lot today, and I'm sorry if I'm missing them. I'm really having a hard time today without the gimbal, since the gimbal decided to not work for us. Hopefully it's not too bouncy for you, but it's hard to do everything with one hand. Now here's a cool fish that I just startled. Let's look at some other ones. So these are the Polypterus poli. If you're into larger fish or just kind of unique fish, these guys are really cool. So that is the Polypterus poli, or the marbled biker. Really like these guys. Here's another tank of them right here. And these guys are kind of like water dogs. I know people say that about Oscars, but you can see these guys, they just come up begging for food when they see me. And they're really cool. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and let's look at these fish here for a minute. Now we're gonna start the contest as we look at these. This is an old breeder, albino hecali, and then we have two extra male breeders of the albino redhead tapajos. These aren't for sale, um, but they're just in here right now. We were trying to get some photos of some of the fish, but they look really nice, so I thought I wanted to show you guys, especially these albino redhead tapajos. They're not all colored up red just due to aggression right now. You can see they're kind of fighting. They think I'm about to feed them. So let's get into today's contest, guys. We're going to do the typical choose a number 1 through 300. Now, don't start yet. Let me get through the rules. There's going to be one winner for Facebook, one winner for YouTube. You can only guess one time, and whoever guesses the number first, that will be the person to. So if two numbers get guessed, we're going with the person who guessed that number first. So if you do see somebody choose the same number you did and you guess second, go ahead and guess one more time, please. So yeah, we're going to go with whoever gets closest or guesses the number exactly. With if you're closest, as long as you don't go over, you are the winner. So we're going to go with whoever's closest without going over. All right, guys, go ahead and start getting your guesses in. It's the number 1 through 300. One winner for Facebook, one winner for YouTube. Today's winnings will be a $50 store credit for YouTube and a $50 store credit for Facebook. When we finish here, Carly will let us know who the winners are. If you do win, as usual, we aren't going to reach out to you. We ask that you email us at fish@imperialtropicals.com, and we will send you the code for the discount. So that being said, right now we're looking at some Gelitochromis regani. These guys are looking really nice. So we're going to give you guys a few minutes. Carly's going to monitor the comments and make sure everything's going smooth and nobody's doing multiple guesses. And you guys are always really good at letting us know that as well, so I appreciate that. Let's look at some live bearers here. We have the neon swordtails. A classic. And then we have some red top black variatus. One of my favorite live bearers. Let's give these guys some love. So these are the red fin. I cannot pronounce the name, so I'm going to butcher it, but it's Mon Cassia. So there you go. There's the name. These guys are really cool. I like the reds and yellows starting to come out in their fins. They've been here for a little bit. They've been settled in. And I don't think a single person has purchased these. Now, these are really cool. They're a nice bigger tetra. They haven't been nippy. So I just see them kind of schooling around all day, hanging out. They're really reactive to food. They love to eat. So anytime I feed them, these guys just go flying around. They come right up to eat. So that's a nice larger tetra. They're pretty boisterous. And then of course, another favorite here is a red tail penguin tetra. Now we have these in our show tank, our planted show tank up front. And these guys are awesome. I can't wait to see them when they get larger. Right now, they're like an inch and a half. And that is the red-tailed penguin tetra, not often seen in the U.S. They're very popular in Europe in all their tanks. And then I want to show some fish, guys. This tank probably doesn't look like it has much now. Miguel, that is a good question. So Miguel, can I come visit your location and buy fish? So yes, we do offer people to come in and purchase fish, but we are by appointment only right now. Um, we are mostly an online business, so when customers do come in, it kind of it's not a really smooth process as it could be. So right now we are by appointment only. If you go to our website, you can sign up, and all the directions and rules for that will be there. Now we did, guys. Let me hold on a second. There's going to be a lot of cool fish coming in, stuff that we don't get that often. A lot of plecos, some cool angelfish, and yeah. So let me turn you back around. And okay, so this is just one I want to show. We don't get them that often. I've only seen them come in twice since I've worked here. These are the chameleon whiptails. You can see they kind of just dig themselves in. Now they just came in this week, so they've only been in here just a couple of days. I believe they came in Tuesday night, and we're on Friday, so they've only been in for a couple days. I am going to put my hand in this tank just to show you guys how big these guys are. I don't want to mess with them too much, and just like show how they bury themselves in the sand. So they are kind of pokey. They are a catfish. But you can see here, really cool. Now, I haven't seen them eat yet. We have offered them a few things, so it might take them a little while to get through quarantine, but they are probably about 6 to 7 inches, maybe 7 to 8 inches. Really cool fish. But just know, guys, we have a lot of soft water wild caught Colombian fish coming on soon. They are going through quarantine. Miguel, we do have Synodontis catfish. So, guys, I'm gonna release the winning numbers. Carly will put it in the comments before we leave today. So, for our Facebook winners, the number is 144, and YouTube, the number was 7. So, whoever got closest without going over or guess the number exactly will be our winners today. So, Carly, if you could please let us know if you have the numbers, or if you have the winners already picked out, let me know. Here's another tank of some new fish. And these are some L129 Colombian zebra plecos. Now, guys, just know that these fish are not available yet. They are going through our quarantine process. So it's gonna be a minute. So please do not flood our emails asking when these fish are going to be available. Well, what you can do, guys, if we've had these fish before, if you're interested in anything, you can sign up for notifications on the website, on the listing. Now you have to select the size you're interested in because there's different size variants. So just know that you have to click that size variant you're interested in and click notify me when available, and you will get an automatic email the second we put those fish back online. You will get an email from us saying, hey, this fish is available. So I'm just waiting for Carly, guys, to put in the comments who our winners are. And then we're going to pin it up top for us. Right now, guys, we're looking at some South American bumblebee cats. I believe last week we fed these guys, which is pretty cool. The numbers, their winning numbers were 144 for Facebook and number 7 for YouTube. And Carly is searching through the comments for us, so we don't have to worry about that. While we wait, I know a lot of our viewers are African cichlid keepers. So we have the dragon blood peacocks. These guys are right at 3 to 4 inches. These guys are looking really nice, guys. These were just brought up. We got the midnight Lacoma peacocks. These guys look awesome. I'm really impressed with these. Right next door, we have the redfin borlei namalangi. Let's see if I can get a couple of these to cooperate for us. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna really quick. So it looks like we didn't have any YouTube guesses under 7. So instead, we'll choose a number that is closest, even though it's going over. So that's fair. So today's winner is going to be whoever was closest on YouTube, with closest to number 7. We have some Obi Alis. Nice color variation in some of these. I like the pink body ones, and then you got some blue bodies. So nice variation in color on those. Right here we have some fluorescent peacocks. And then let's see what else is looking really nice. We have some nice looking Nyrii in. So these are the Pundamilla Nyrii. Right here we have the Yellow Blaze Iceberg. Got some OB peacocks. Now these guys were just brought up, so they're not colored up yet. The Swallowtail peacocks. Here are the Blue Flash we talked about earlier. And then to me, we are going to show probably the best colored one last here. These are the firefish. Now these guys are just really popping with color and really nice patterns on them. So these are the Alanacar firefish. All right, so guys, the Facebook winner is Kaylee Whitfield with a guess of 140. So she was 4 numbers off. And the YouTube winner, we chose number 7, but the closest to it, even though they went over, we went with Marcus. So congratulations, Marcus Hangston. Um, Typically, though, guys, we don't pick a number. If you go over, typically that is not the winner. But today, since no one guessed under number 7, we went with the closest number that was above it. So congratulations, guys. Make sure you email us at imperial or fish@imperialtropicals.com to get your $50 store credits. So, guys, that is going to be it for today. I appreciate you guys all for joining. Next week, if I have time, we'll try to go longer. We can show some more fish. Be sure to check out our sales that are going up today at 1 o'clock, and we'll see you later. Thank you, guys, and see you next week.